Esther Childhood Foundation, welcome to House of Justice. Oh, yeah. Justice must prevail, injustice must do fail. When you think all hope is gone, because you have no one to call on House of Justice and get your justice. If you feel like your world has come to an end, because injustice don't they make you cry, run to House of Justice and get your justice. Justice must prevail, injustice must do fail.
My name is Esther Ekwem Ogu. Welcome to second edition of Domestic Violence. Now we're going to be discussing about sexual abuse at home. I have a special guest in the house.
My name is Juliet Geoffrey Pobeni, aka Juliet Green and White. I am an activist, I'm a humanitarian and SDG 2030 advocate. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the founder of Miss Green and White Nigeria for Peace, Green and White Nigeria Achievers Award. Thank you.
You are welcome. We are going on commercial break now. We'll be right back. Thank you.
House of Justice and get your justice. Run to House of Justice and get your justice.
I have in the house Miss Green and White. Welcome, ma.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Actually, we're talking about sexual abuse at home. When we talk about abuse, of course, abuse is between two or more people, the abuser and the victim. And talking about sexual abuse at home, of course it happens. It happens on a daily basis. The only way you can know is when the person speaks. You know, when the person comes out boldly to talk about it or to make a report. We have several forms of abuse. Talking about abuse in marriage, you know, abuse in different ways at home. You know, let me just face the issue of abuse in marriage. Some people do abuse their partners. And I don't know why this thing is much more on the women. You see a man raping his wife. He says that I paid a bride price. So I have every right, you know, to have her anytime I want. And that man has forgotten that when it comes to sex, you know, I have to use the word sex. When it comes to sex, it's something that you have to, you know, the other partner has to understand. You know, the person, you have to carry the person along. When you do it out of force, you are raping her, or she's raping him, or I don't know how to, you know, phrase it more, but it's more on the woman. So for you to, you know, have a woman go down with you, please, you need to take, you know, her consent. You know, you need to talk to her. You know, sex is made to enjoy. Mm-hmm. It's not something you make out of force. I don't know if I'm communicating.
Yeah, doing well.
So, and another case is this. Today I was watching a program on TV, and somebody was saying he saw a girl of 15 years. You know, she's big, she looks beautiful, she's white, and you know, he raped her. And this person he raped is a stepdaughter. So, and the person was saying the reason why he did that act was because the girl seduced him. And my question here is that, as a good man or as a responsible man, if you see a girl, okay, let me say a child, because a 15 years girl is a child, you know, open her body for you. If you are in your right senses, will you go? Will you take advantage of her? Do you understand? So, I am advising the public, I am advising that we should try as much as possible to live responsible, most especially the men. Do not take advantage of your wife. Do not take advantage of any girl, whether she's your stepdaughter, whether she's your own daughter, whether it's another person's daughter. Whenever you force a girl to sleep with her, it's a rape. And how can we stop rape? When you are being abused as a lady or as a girl, please speak out. Do not hide it. Do not be scared. Say it. Come out, say it. If you can't say it to everybody, there is somebody that you have that you can, rely on. Say it out. Do not keep short. Because if you keep short, maybe you're scared of what people will say about you. Maybe you're scared of what will happen. Maybe you're scared of what the society will say. No. Please speak. Because when you speak and people hear, it will reduce. It will definitely reduce. When people are hearing what is happening, people are learning from it. And even those that have been abused in the past can speak. They can speak. I remember the issue of a lady, the wife of, I spoke about it in the media, the wife of this popular musician, when she came out to say she was assaulted, she was abused. People were like, why didn't you say it then? Sometimes it happens and you're scared, you don't want to say it, you don't want to talk about it.
We are still on the topic, sexual abuse at home. I would like to also share more light on that aspect. Even as an activist, I think this is almost our 14 years being an activist. ESA Foundation I've been for 14 years now. And we have a lot of issues on this aspect about sexual abuse at home. Some women comes, they explain. There's a particular case that I handle. The woman said that her husband liked having her almost every day, every night, every afternoon. And it came to a point she got tired of the whole thing. She said she wanted to walk away from the marriage. The husband said, "You are not going anywhere. I paid your diary and I must have you anytime I need you." Because what we are talking about is sexual abuse at home. Because sometimes some women will say they don't want. I have had a case where a man had to tie his wife and abuse her sexually. And by the end of the day, it became a very huge problem. And the woman says, "I am done with this marriage." Because sometimes we have to and if you get to that level that a woman does not want, that was when domestic violence will occur. It became a man had to beat a woman to have her. Then there was another, I will also share more light on, there's a guy who came to our office, that was 2 years ago, and he's a special person. In fact, when I saw him, I faced for him. He's a special person. When I mean special person, we don't call them somebody that is handicapped. He's a special person. So when he came reporting that the wife was beating him. And he get to a point, the woman have to abuse him sexually. So it's vice versa. It's not just women alone. Both men and women are going through that. In fact, at a point, we have to try to do counseling for the guy, for him not to go to a level that he need to hang himself. It became so bad that if the guy does not want, the woman will have to abuse him sexually because he's a special person. He is not that strong. He's not, when you see a man that is strong, he's that strong that somebody have to start abusing him and all that. And he say at a point he get tired of such. So, but as I speak to you now, the woman have to walk away because of he feel that she's no longer getting enough. She walked away from the marriage. When she walked away, the man came to our office to tell us that the wife said that he's no longer interested in the marriage. So I even told him, I said, okay, is it also better for you to stay on your own based on what you are going through when she was there. So I will use this opportunity to please, if you are going through any form of, sexual harassment at home that lead to domestic violence, please make sure that you open up. Somebody will help you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, we are to go to commercial break now. We'll be right back. Thank you.
House of justice and get your justice. Run to house of justice and get your justice.
We are rounding up this session right now. I'm also asking you now, madam, what do you advise Nigerians at this point when things like this is happening at home? What would be your advice as a woman?
Okay, for me, I would say that you have to speak as a woman when you're facing through that, abuse, kind of abuse. If you're a man, speak out. A woman, speak out. And like the instance you gave, that the man wants to have the woman in the night, in the afternoon, I'm beginning to wonder inside me, is the man not busy? We know that some cases men go to work and they still come back home and have it and go back and all that, it happens. But when it's getting too much and you see that you're not able to, stand again, you just have to speak and, you just have to talk about it to somebody, because some people can't imagine saying these things to somebody that this is what I'm passing through in my marriage, sex. I mean, some people are shy of saying it. So, but no, nevertheless, there must be somebody you can rely on, you can talk to. Then secondly, we have organizations like Esther Rights Foundation. You can always call on them, come up with cases like this if you're passing through such thing. And I believe that they will advise you on what to do. That's what I will say for now. There are many ways it can be prevented, but for now, these are what I can say. Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Call on house of justice and get your justice.